Good morning, everybody. As Jonesy is still getting herself prepared, hope everybody's having a great morning today. And remember, don't forget to like when you come in. As you guys know, yesterday we were having a problem with the numbers. They seem to be working today, but you never know. You know how people always try to hold us down, so we got to be on point. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Che Bella. Good morning, everybody. It's not Cutwater cutting her up this morning. Don't worry, guys. She's getting herself finalized so that she can be presentable for the grownsies. I Judge Shady Court. Good morning, Chef Emily. Good morning, Nicole Blue. Nikki Blue, sorry. And Tracy, I'm working on what you asked me about. You're going to Canada. Hope it's not cold up there. I hope it's warm. How you doing, Rave? Sherelle, Big R. Trinero. Hey, Trinero, were you there on Friday? I swore I saw you like pass by. And I said, is that Trinero? And if it is, I got to catch up with him. But things just kept going. I'm trying to find that out. Soul Cakes, how you doing? Miss C with what seems to be the first what do you call them? I don't know what you call them. You know what I mean. The first donation of the day for lunch. Yes, Rave. So you must be a little new. So those birds are my birds. They like to make noise, especially when they hear people's voices. Sometimes I put them on timeout.
I'm about to put you on timeout. You know I like to crack the mic.
I just was holding it down for you. And ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show, Jonesy.
Representing the West Side. Y'all like my shirt?
Oh, that's the Mount Rushmore West Side shirt. It's nice.
Well,
wait, is that Biggie? I see Tupac. Who else is there?
Laundry Day. I don't know. Not my shirt. I bought it for the kids. They're not interested, so I bought it when they were like 9 and 10. They're like, who are these black people? I think that is Biggie. Is that Nas?
I can't tell with the glasses. I just know Biggie and Tupac. I don't tell who's in the middle.
I think Jay-Z and Nas. I think. In a minute, I'll be auctioning this off. I got my top knot back like Elaine. But my hair's so broken off now. It just keeps sticking up where it's broken. It will heal. Hair is not everything. Thank you, Giddy. Good morning, people. I am a little, what am I? I don't know. Let me move this desk up. I was fine until I brushed my teeth, and then my stomach started hurting. Let me get to the roll call. So yesterday, when I mentioned Chad Elliott, my friend who produced What song did Chad produce? Y'all know him as Dr. Seuss. I saw him at the Cardi. He was in our suite. He doesn't. I didn't know he did mornings with Natasha Simona. I didn't even know she did mornings like online. They had problems too. So he texted me and was like, "It was so good seeing you." And I said, "Yeah, likewise." And he said, "Did you have problems this morning? See, this is not gonna. I don't like this. I might even put a hairpin, cause what you not gonna do? Hold on. What you not gonna do is be stubborn." I think it's stubborn because I always had to lay back. So everybody was having connector issues yesterday, which is why I say, be careful who we start relying on. Because that's how when shit goes down, that's the only way we're going to be used to getting our information. And if they target that, we're going to get the lies and the propaganda, all the things. I have a special message this morning. I'll get to it from my peers in the industry, my female peers, Chili and Tisha Campbell. Y'all are failing me. I thought I learned y'all better. Both of y'all need to sit down for a little bit and learn how to lie right. Straighten up and lie right. Straighten up and lie right. Straighten up and lie right. Because mama ain't teach you wrong. Brenda, Tisha. The hell? All right, let me get the Instagram stragglers in here so we can get this show. What is this? All right, hold on. Live and direct. So, I'm bright. Oh, my mom used to say her daughters get light, bright yellow in the winter because there's no sun. All right, let me go to the scroll over here. Good morning, everybody on IG joining us. Please join us at Pink Champs, the show on YouTube. Hi, 100 Suits. Good morning. Please join us at YouTube at Pink Champs, the show. And we are going to announce the first student in class today, Elaine. She's number 1 today. We're at 90. We need 10 more people to get the show started. So please leave here and come over, y'all. And Che Bella was second. Elaine is the reason I was late this morning. Her and my stomach. Elaine want to email people about missing merch. You know how many people in this chat got missing merch? Do you know how much I do not want to have this conversation? But we solved it. We solved it. And here's what happened, because I've been good with the merch. Those of you that ordered the first order back in January, I mailed that merch out on January 23rd. How do I know? Because I have it written down beside everybody's name, what I had, what I still owed them, and the date. Elaine ordered more merch on January 25th. And you know, I'm not going back to that post office in 2 days. I got to wait for a bigger order, but then I forgot that she did. So good thing everybody's merch that didn't get it is still over there, except for Che Bella. They robbed me of your merch at Hip Hop Bingo. I'm still trying to, I think that damn Mel took the double XL that I owe Big R, the white ones, and the ones I owe Che Bella. We're going to blame Mel for everything 2X and 3X. But nobody ordered a Jonesy in the Morning hoodie. So I think I'm going to be the first one to order for myself white, since it's about to be spring and I'm about to be outside with a fresh pair of white something. And my white hoodie with Jonesy in the Morning, it's going to look just like that. And I'm all right with it. My stomach is hurting. I tried some fancy freaking Temu toothpaste that promised to brighten my smile. It didn't say it was going to destroy my damn gastro. Jeez. And I'm getting a new toilet bowl today. Actually, the plumber's coming. It's probably going to be the same toilet bowl. He just got to take it up, out. He was like, there's nothing you did wrong. Just something. I don't know. But enough about me. We got 107. So I'll see you guys over here or not. But good morning. Have a great day. We are at YouTube at Pink Champs the Show. Should you join us? Now that we're down to a select few, let's get this motherfucking party started. Good morning, Miss C and Nikki Hall. Sherelle, welcome. Natalie, hey boo, hey. Natalie, did you get your ticket to the Links brunch yet? Diamor, good morning and welcome. Eric, you here early. Okay. Ms. Elena is here. And Ronnie, hey Ronnie. I went on your page early this morning, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, just to like your stuff. And I only saw one stuff. Hi, John. Mo Betta is here. Big R, tell the people. Yep. And you heard how Mel stole your white t-shirts, right? Now I got to order more. Hey, Al and A Live and ANC. Anita is here. Nikki Blue. Good morning, Karma Brown and Tim Brown and Nikki Blue. Chef Emily is here. Kamika. Oh, the gang's all here. Hey, Felicia Smith Jenkins. Tracy. Tracy.
Look at the number 111.
Oh, everybody say a prayer or make a wish. Oh, and now it's up to 116. Good morning, Two Girls Mom. Hello, my lovely moderator, Kim from Harlem. Hey, Grayson. Elaine and Grayson was on my nerves this morning. Giddy, they was wearing me out. Not in a bad way, but had me on my toes. Grayson likes to send content. You know, Grayson is a contributor here on Jonesy. And we're trying to promote and hype up his Grayson Media page. And Grayson's heart is so in the right place. But I'd be crawling out of bed at the last minute. And then I see all these emails and I get overwhelmed and frustrated. So, but thank you. Judge Shady Court is here. We missed you yesterday. Hi, Miss Britt. Hi, Garcelle. Hi, Rave. Rhonda is here on the check-in from Maryland. Hey, Trinero and Antiguan Gal. Soul Cakes. Hey. I know, Farrock. You and Jay Bella. Yep. Thank you, Miss C. Listen, did anybody check out my hashtags? No, right? Hey, Lucky. Ayo. My hashtag said, it breaks my heart. Adrian Autry. Hashtag Syracuse basketball. Hashtag March Madness. They let him go. They freaking let him go. Now, I probably should share the live information with Ron P, but that nigga's probably on an elephant in Africa.
Somebody's been called a Nazi. Can I respond? Pierce, may I respond?
No. What the hell is this?
No. Because I haven't finished the goddamn sentence. You think you...
How did this get on my phone? I was looking at Wanda Sykes. Let me get the address and get Ron P in here. White boys yelling. I don't like that. Real quick, I had a meeting at my son's school. And one of the people in the meeting was an older Italian guy, right? And I guess they're used to talking with their hands, but that shit triggered me. So as soon as he started this, I was like, I'm going to need you to put your hands down. And everybody was like, but I said, I can't, I don't know, but I can't do it. What is that? I think white men trigger me. I'm expecting their violence. He was like, I'm an old Italian man. I'm used to. And I was like, all right. That's how you know it was real. Because I wasn't even trying to be confrontational. And everything worked out. Now I'm in a bad mood. Hi, Curvaceous. Hi, Kim Travels. Hi, Way Out Jack and Mo James. Hi, Mimi. Jodeci. Hi, Dr. Owens. Thank you, Mimi, for the lunch contribution. Appreciate you. Hey, Carmen Jones. Giddy. Ronnie Head wants to know, do you know how many people were on the live yesterday?
Hold on a second.
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Natika. So yesterday, somebody new left a comment and said, so all she does is read comments on this show? And I've started to get defensive, and I said, yeah, it's probably not the place for you. Yup. Go, child, go. Stop being impatient. Come sit and stay a while and see what the show is about. Stop asking people for the cheat code of.
So when we were ending yesterday, we were at 186. I don't know how many actually watched, but we're on point as far as views. We're at 1.2K. We're still on point. We didn't lose anything.
Okay. All right. And you guys have to like it. Grayson, I don't know what the glow is, but Nicole Perry and Charlie I Am. All right, now let's get the show started. I was going to send the invite to Ron P so he can get a sports report going. So let me do that real quick. Don't know if he's even in town. MC and my people call me Mill. Finish the lyric. When I'm busting up a party. Hi, Authentically Lola. Good morning. So Adrian Autry, who went to Syracuse, basketball star, was coaching. They made him coach right after Boeheim. And Jim Boeheim was there for 100 years. So anybody coming behind Boeheim has big shoes to fill. And he did the best he could, although the season, this most recent season, I think they said it was 48, 45. So, you know, the shirts weren't having that. So they replaced him with McNamara, I think his name is, who graduated from SU in 06. They said that, coupled with the fact that Syracuse hadn't made March Madness in the last 3 years while he was coaching. But hopefully there's a place for him at another school. And is high school coaching a step down if you coach to college? It is? All right. So we hope it's another college, even if it's not a D1. All colleges are created equal? Okay. So, yeah, I think we have, let me see this shirt. This is Tupac, Jay-Z. Yep, that's Nas. That's Nas. And Biggie. How dope is this, right? How you Mount Rushmore, man? Hi, Georgiana. Hi, Calvin. Hi, LS. This is Hip Hop. Hey, Marcus Martin. Good morning. So yesterday, I saw an interview or an attempt at an interview by Big Tigger from the Basement on MTV years ago. He's still on radio down. Wait. Yeah, V103 in Atlanta. Tigger don't fuck with me. I don't really fuck with Tigger after the whole Superhead interview on my show. And she claimed that she came in the hotel room that she was sharing with, allegedly, with Tigger or with Diddy, and there was blood on the sheets. And he lost his mind and tried to come for me. This was when I was at Hot 97. Hold on. So anyway, just to give you backstory. And now all these years later, we find out that it's a possibility that Diddy was doing the boys and the girls. So it is definitely a possibility. But anyway, he used that to never speak to me again. Now here we are. He's interviewing Tisha Campbell, and he asked her about surviving Martin. And I don't know if I pulled that interview link, Giddy, or not. He's doing something else right now. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I had to get something. What did you just say?
The Tisha Campbell interview. Did I send that to you?
Hold on, let me go look.
So he's attempted to ask her, and she shuts him down. Like we don't all remember the charges that she made against him. So she said, Martin is an amazing human being, and Grayson, you saw it, and I will never talk bad about him. You got it, Giddy? Yeah, let me see what you got. And I'm like, us OG, we got to do better than that. If you want to lie, you got to remember the old lie.
Joe about Martin Lawrence, and I never will. I will protect him to the day I die. I don't care what people think about me.
Mm-hmm.
To the day I die, I will never say a bad or unkind word to any media outlet ever.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That person needs protection, and I will protect him till I die.
I love that loyalty.
So, as I was saying,
You ain't saying nothing.
Because she had to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
As you think back,
I know how to deal with him, y'all.
as you think, Tisha Campbell.
You ain't stopping shit. And that nervous laughter, because they don't want to piss you off. I'm not laughing. Because then somebody 5 seconds later posted the article, and I don't know if we got that one, of where she filed charges or made claims of sexual misconduct or something while she was working with him. Like, why do y'all play in our faces all day? Now, we all have way bigger fish to fry. The way that government is fucking us around, we're at war right now. Tisha Campbell is the smallest thing that we really need to be discussing. But if you just humor me, I need to have some morning content to take our minds off of the real calamities that is the world. You're the one that came out with the claims that he was fucking around with you and you didn't appreciate it back in the day. Does anybody else remember that while Giddy looks for the page on that? And now you doubling down on protecting him? Which brings me back to Chili. You know what you did. You know what you did. And really, it's your motherfucking business. The point I'm trying to make to my fellow OGs, we did what we did and we said what we said in those moments for whatever the reason called for in those moments. Now that we got more information, now that we see Martin is something going on, he never quite became back to his old self again. I get it. I'd want to protect him too from others. But bitch, you threw the first rock. We thought the whole Martin cast was we thought y'all was friends like that in real life. Am I lying? I don't know what to say. Own your grown. We say it all the time here. It's one of our sayings. Own your grown. You can still love a person and not like things that they do. You can still protect the person and speak on incidents that made you feel away. And if you can't, and person is too fragile that you can't express yourself without them thinking that you hate them or that y'all at war, then maybe you need to rethink that relationship. It sounds like it's a one-sided convenience. Right. She said she couldn't even film with him in the same time on the lap. Thank you, Grayson. That's why the show ended. He stuck his tongue in her mouth when they had a kiss and sing. See? When you lie in this time, it's one thing to forget, but to blatantly lie and act like you've been Team Martin from the rip. These kids nowadays, the keyboard kings, they're going to find. Same thing with Chili. You'd have been better off because they pulled up an interview with T-Boz saying, you know, she voted for Trump, right? Grayson, did you see that? T-Boz said it. And she wasn't even being malicious. It wasn't even recent. She said it in the past, but keyboard warriors found it. Miss C said, that's what I thought. And now you want to protect somebody. Tisha said her hand was forced. Her then husband, Dwayne Martin. She did admit Martin was on pills, and I guess she excused that behavior. I think they had an affair, and Dwayne peeped it allegedly. I'm not going down there. I am not going down that road because wasn't he supposedly in a relationship with Tashina? You let this is what I don't like. I don't like it, and I never understood it. Men want you to let them lead. How you lead and then you're not even working. And if you are working, it's not enough that we both working. You trying to get me fired or get me to quit my shit. That's how I read it. If Dwayne Martin was behind that, powered that whole, insisting that she made that claim, insisting that they filmed differently, then he's the reason why we got shorted out Martin. Martin could have still been going on. It's always a nigga that ain't doing nothing. He probably been jealous of her from the beginning because there are men that are jealous of their wives. There are men that are jealous of their women. There are women that are jealous of their husbands and their relationships with their husband's family. I've seen it, been in it, know what it looks like. So I'm here to tell you, but neither one, all the above is not going to fuck up my coin. Because relationships come and go. Husband and wives come and go. Bills going to last forever. And I don't think anybody in that cast ever fully rebounded after that show. Tashina probably had the most consistent success. But Tisha Campbell, that was it. And it's sad and it's unfortunate.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Jonesy, good morning. It's Grayson.
Hey, good morning.
I just want to give a little context to the Tisha Campbell situation. When she married Dwayne Martin, he had just got dropped out of the NBA, played for the Knicks very briefly. I don't know if that shot his ego or whatever the case may be, or whatever. And like you said, he wasn't working. She the one who got him into acting. He was never into acting. He was in the league at first or whatever. And then all of a sudden, this lawsuit came out, with the tongue and tongue scene. They had plenty of kissing scenes. They were all friends. Like you said, Martin was dating Tashina briefly or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that or whatever. And then next thing you know, the show ended. I remember as a child, and they couldn't even film that last season in the same, they had to film separately, differently and different. So that's why you saw a lot of times when they were talking on the phone, et cetera, So she needs, like you said, own her grown, own it, or whatever the case may be. Stop trying to backpedal and stuff like that. And then
And quite frankly, the fact that you're not with that nigga no more, throw him under the bus. Say, you know what, that would have made for the greatest interview. Because I tell you, if I get her to call in here, I'm going to bring that up. Since y'all not together no more, can you please clear up whether or not it was him that told you to destroy your shit on Martin and I? Like, why y'all all asking soft questions? This is why I can't watch podcasters. Y'all all dance around and be afraid. You wasn't getting invited to her birthday party any fucking way. So ask the question, let her storm off the set. That makes for great watching. Like, but nobody gotta, I don't know. Maybe I don't give a fuck enough. Go ahead, Grayson. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you good. And as for Tigger with his
no, we're not going into that. I'm not going to Tigger this morning.
Okay. And
right.
Last but not least, Chili. I just saw that yesterday. I didn't even know that she was, and her and Nick Cannon and Amber Rose, they all on this.
We didn't get to that yet, Grayson. You're getting ahead of the show, Grayson. Thank you.
I'm sorry. All right. Take care.
So I don't know, but we'll move on. But the life lesson of every time we do clips, I'll be trying to make the life lesson for how we cannot get caught up like that. Tell the truth. Do not, don't think that it's not, that there's files not there. And now that you're not with the ex, tell the truth on that. Make that nigga squirm. Because look, you're not making him look bad. His behavior is what was bad. You discussing something in actual fact is not what's making him look bad. And sometimes embarrassing people with their behavior by putting it on Front Street is what they need to make them change the behavior. Or else you're just going to move on to the next man and abuse him like he allegedly abused you. And I said what I said. Moving on. Now, what Grayson was about to discuss was Nick Cannon and Chili. No, Nick Cannon and who was that? Amber Rose. Is that who it is? Is Giddy there? Because if so, I don't even know why Amber Rose.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I turned the wrong.
Like,
you had the right three.
I don't even know. So Chili thinks that her thing is going away. They might as well get TLC off that tour because I don't think that it was going to push that much more tickets. I don't know. Maybe I could be underestimating the power of the T, the L, and the C. But this is not a good look. And things are really sensitive now with the No Kings marches and everything that's going on. I feel like a little bit of everybody is being hurt. And now she's been exposed for being a Trump supporter, donating to the campaign. And then you have, thank God for people like my son General, who yesterday just really broke it down and said, we Black people do not have the time to be playing around and listening to people. He didn't say names, I will. Like Nick Cannon, that are plants, are paid plants to put out false information. And because a lot of us don't fact check, if it sounds good and it sounds real and it's scary, we have the tendency to believe it and run. And that is what the powers that be, the corrupt criminals that stole us and raped our mothers and our fathers and grandfathers and all that, depending on how old you are, great grands that stole the country from the Indians. Yeah, those folks will make us believe that shit wasn't as bad as it was. They're already ripping our history out of our books. So our kids think that we're dramatic when we're telling them who those people are and believe that they don't want you to win. People like Nick Cannon, people like Stephen A. Smith, people like, I used to think that girl Candace Owens, but something got under her, got her pants in a bunch now. She's out here going against them. She's like Marjorie Greening it. But people like that have influence, particularly on the youngers, the 30s and the 40-year-olds, are planting seeds of misinformation. So this is Nick Cannon. I didn't even watch it yet with Amber Rose.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal.
Yeah.
I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you got a whole nother, you up there with the elite now? Or?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you,
People
Nick.
don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I honestly, I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. So
yeah, I mean, look, I listen, I'm not married to any party.
Right.
I voted for Donald Trump because we had two options and he was definitely by far the better option for us. And as of now, I agree with a lot of things that he's doing.
Motherfucker cleaning house.
Yeah.
He doing what he said he was going to do.
Guess what? If there's a time where I don't agree, I'll say I don't agree.
Yeah. We got the Gulf of America now.
Period.
Charging, he's like the club. He's charging a $5 million bottle service fee to get into the country.
I know. Listen.
I fuck with Trump.
But guess what?
Somebody call the phone because I cannot. There's so many things. I'm not giving him the mental health label. Thank you, Jodeci. Thank you. Thank you, Nick Music. Thank you. Uninformed with platforms. Uninformed, loud, proud, strong, and wrong. I'm just clicking y'all's comments. He been corny. And every time he loses a job, he goes back and gets an earful from them more and comes back with more division and more stupidity and just. But his kids are going to be the ones to suffer because he got enough of them. And they very well, with them mixed puppy moms, they might get caught up in a sweep. This is what I know. Who the fuck are you to say who could stay or not stay? What are you? We don't even know what you are. Putting your comments in, keeping mine to myself, laughing. The administration is hurting everybody. Some people just don't get it until it's at their door. And then you're going to look, Amber, who is us? Yep. Right. This part. Nick with 50 kids. That's conservative. Creating broken homes. That's why they love you, you idiot. Just put in your comments. Hit the like button, please. I don't even know why she's still around. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for being here. Yep, I bet you his ass was in them files too. Hi, Sunny Skies. Good morning. Ridmy, let me take a moment to thank you. I hadn't gotten through your bag until after the show, Giddy said. And I went, I looked. Thank you so much. You are so kind. Thank you for my perfume. And thank you for my Cash App for lunch. I told Giddy I sure didn't see one for him. Sure didn't. Thank you, Ridmy. And here's my thing. They all got their own private agendas, right? While they're doing this. But just keep it to yourselves. Don't go poisoning the uninformed. Don't go poisoning people that look up to you and think that, oh, well, if he's saying it on TV or if he's saying it out loud, it's got to be true. You know how impressionable people are. That's the reason why Wild 'N Out still exists. Dubois and the Talented 10th Boule Negroes were all part of the containment that we are still collectively suffering under. They were bought off from the start. Yeah, my sister's always talking about the Talented 10th and how she went to school with a lot of them in college. Talented 10, that would be back then, I guess, the Jack and Jill, but everything has evolved. Some things still stand on the same principles as they were formed from, but other things evolved. I like to think Jack and Jill has evolved. What is this color your language stuff? Jonesy said asked, and so did I. People don't research anymore. They just go based off of hearsay and who is saying it, which is why I love what my son, if you guys don't listen to him, what he said. We don't have time. Black people don't have the luxury of playing around and listening to these coons and these clowns that are giving misinformation. And even when they were being goofy, but some will come to you straight with a lot of intensity and you will start questioning, oh, wow, maybe there's something to it. We ain't got time. We do not have time. All right, so moving on. Yep, Kira, I'm gonna post that and then we're gonna move on. And thank you, Grayson, for sending that clip. So this is interesting. I am a certified astrologer, Kepler, taught by Mama I, who was taught by the late great Isabel Hickey. Could you call in? Could you call our request line, Nan DJ? Now, the other side to that, Jonesy, is it's no longer an excuse to be uninformed. That I know. There's a lot of willful ignorance, masses. Oh, I didn't know. Yup. Thank you, Roland Martin. He's well educated. A lot of people got the education and the information, but are afraid, right? Then we're dealing with the fear. And they don't want to share the truth because they know they have eyes on them that they have to be beholden to in order for them to live comfortably. I get that too. Cursing in the chat all willy-nilly is not what we try to do here. We keep it grown and let Jonesy. Thank you, Kim, but no, they can curse willy-nilly. And we're at 200. Well, we were. We don't have to be on it like that. Everybody's grown. It's enough going on to make people want to curse willy-nilly. So she's good. Nobody needs monitoring and, but I appreciate where you're coming from. The number is 973. It's scrolling at the bottom. 862-8866. Yep, that's the best thing. Educate yourself and don't wait for others to do it for you. Who said he's my Mocha stuff feature? Why are you coming here? What is wrong with you, Mikkel? Trump stuff gets everyone annoyed. Yeah, I know. We have grown as a people, so the percent remains in the blood emission. That was my interpretation. 10% effort, meaning people, and their product leads everything. Yeah, Nandy J. We already have an Andy. Hello?
Nandy, it's me. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Chelsea?
Yes.
You want to call in?
Good morning. Yes. You said you're an astrologer?
I am. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're doing well. So do you want to do a reading for us this morning on the show, or is Mercury still retrograding, or are we done with that?
No, Mercury's direct now, but we're still in the residual. It's still residual, lingering. Yeah. When you said read it, I'm like, I don't have your natal chart. I think you mean interpret a chart. Yeah, no, it's direct now. Mm-hmm.
So based on not having our natal charts, but you can tell us what's going on with the planets and why we're feeling one way or another, right?
Yeah, I can, but here's the thing with that. In the age of Aquarius, right? That frequency, that's like sending manna down to planet Earth. Aquarius is the water bearer. It's always pouring. Right? Aquarius rules aliens. It's the information behind the sun. It's Leo's opposite. Leo rules the sun. So when you squint at a sun ray, you'll see a rainbow spiraling around each ray. Aquarius rules the rainbow. It rules homosexuality, but not in the carnal sense. It rules homosexuality as in the humanitarian sense, because that's also what Aquarius rules, humanitarian. People on the margins, to bring them in, to make them one with, everyone else. So no, not all Aquarians are gay, but it rules that. So that's why that was really pushed by the mainstream, the power structures that be, if you will. So Aquarius rules things that are unique. So when the pale powers that shouldn't be, they're using this energy to rule the world, allegedly. They use astrology to rule everything, but they took it out of the public because they don't want you learning it, so you won't become introspective. They don't want introspective slaves. This is all alleged, according to the studies I sat for. Everyone can do their own research. But here's the thing. They don't like air signs and they don't like cancer. That's why they named that disease cancer. They don't, air is communication. What you're doing, radio had this big neon sign that said on air. They don't like air signs because air is how you think, speak, and write. So even if you're not an air sun sign, it's somewhere in your natal chart. And that area is probably where you have your least strength, if you will. They call Aquarius a detriment. The sun sign is a detriment. We astrologers don't ascribe to that. You know what I mean? I can't say how racism is imbued in astrology, but the pale powers behind the scenes that use it, they do not want you like an Aquarius. This is why things feel the way they do. Not just the transits we're going through right now, overall. You know what I mean? It rules math, it rules DNA. Blood is Scorpio, but the information in the blood, the DNA, the encoding, that's Aquarius. An Aquarius phrase, their key phrase is, I know. So Aquarius, in age of 2,600 years, that's what's scary. Like, are they going to cut the food for 2,600 years? But Aquarius is generous with information. So they pour that water of information, the waters they got from Pisces. Pisces is all 12 signs muddled because it's water, but it gave the water to Aquarius and said, collate this. That's the rainbow. Yeah, Aquarians are distant for a reason. Because when things don't add up, again, math is numbers, and when they go numb, things are not adding up logically to them. They don't mix logic and emotion. So they go, let me just be distant. I wouldn't say they're naturally distant. They're distant when things don't make sense. Yeah. So that's why the whole 6 degrees of separation. But the distancing thing with COVID and, oh Lord, Jonesy, ask a question because I can go on and on and on. But people don't like Aquarians for that reason. If you have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, you're like, why people don't like me? It's that. But Jonesy, go ahead, baby.
No, I was just going to say, I don't necessarily not like all Aquarians, but I notice a familiar trait. It's like they're not for any one person. They're for everybody. And I can't trust somebody that's for everybody because that means that you probably one day can't be for me because you're so busy trying to change the world. And then the Pisces that comes right behind it.
Go ahead.
No, I feel like the Pisces, I understand now why I've always felt Pisces. Yes, you're my fellow water sign, but y'all are wishy like a mother. Like y'all can't, like, I feel like Pisces are not extremely loyal either, but then it just made sense. It's all muddled together. So they're trying to be everybody's friend.
They can shape shift anything. They can transform and shape shift into anything they want. It's all they're the only 2 signs that is composed of all 12 signs, Pisces and Aquarius. So when people say, oh, I don't like them, then you don't like any of the signs because they're all that in together. They're all, no 2 Aquarians are the same.
Right. I agree.
Artistic and but yeah, it can be confusing if they don't know their natal chart. Because if you really don't know your chart, you don't know your blueprint. It's your map. It's your cosmic GPS. Yeah, we were told to print it out, laminate it, put it on the wall, a kitchen wall. We walk by, you look at it, and I deal with I don't deal with sidereal. It's spelled side real, like on the side of real. But I deal with Western astrology only because I'm born in the West. But yeah, not to discount any other form of astrology. I tried to give it a couple of classes back in the days. I'm like, oh no. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We got a sports report, and thank you for being here. Thank you. I said thank you. We got to get our sports guy's been anxiously awaiting, but thank you. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Ready.
Wrong P.
I think you muted me. Did you unmute me? Hold on, what happened?
No, we can hear you.
Are we going through this again? Hold on. Let me see if I can disconnect you from the call. Give me 1 second. I didn't connect it. I was hearing you fine.
You can't hear me now? Maybe Giddy did something.
No, we hear him fine. And
I hear you now. I hear you now. I got you.
Oh, Ron P. And the
Giddy, what up?
going on, Ron? Nice to see you.
Good morning, Jonesy.
Good morning, my friend.
What up, chat? What up, Giddy? Good morning. How y'all feeling? See, y'all was
I
getting
have
some
a broken
astrology
heart.
news this morning. Wow,
I
what
have a
happened?
broken heart because they fired Adrian Autry.
My bad. I don't even know who that is.
Adrian Autry, the basketball player from Syracuse, that was the coach. They gave him the coaching job. Remember?
Oh. Yes.
We talked about it on the sports report on the show, and
I
he
remember. They let him go
They
already?
let him go like yesterday and brought in McNamara, who graduated in 06.
But guess what? This one door closes, another one opens, man, for a greater good. So when you're in coaching and sports, don't ever stress that. That's the nature of the business. So you get fired from one place, you get hired somewhere else. That happens all the time in sports, Jonesy. So don't have a broken heart. He's gonna be on to bigger and better things. Don't worry about it.
Okie
I thought you was
dokie.
talking about R&B. I hear Adrian, and I think R&B singer automatically. Don't ask me why, but
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
What up, chat? Pardon me. I'm in the mood.
Sports report brought to you by Nationwide Bus Charter.
Right. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Isabella. And again, in case y'all don't know, if you're living under a rock and you don't know who Nationwide Bus Charter is, they will take your team to all sporting events. They will take you to any personal event, hit them up, and they got you. No job is too big. No job is too small for Nick and Isabella over there at Nationwide Bus Charter.
And thank you, Nick. And they're looking also for teams. I mean, HBCU tours, school tours. If there's a group
that's a good idea.
College tour, yeah.
Let me tell you, that's how my son ended up at HBCU. We went on an HBCU tour of the East Coast, and that's how he ended up at Morgan. He fell in love with Morgan that way.
I remember that was with Big Nas, right?
Yeah, with Big Body. Shout out to Big Body Nas. That was very dope, and had a bunch of kids basically. I want to do something like that for kids. Like I want to take them on a tour, like that ones that can't get all the way down south. You hit everything from Delaware to VA, just to let them see all of those schools, and the ones that play sports get to see the coaches. It's not a bad idea to introduce them to something like that, and for the parents that can't necessarily take these college tours.
Yep,
Might be a good idea.
Them there. So
yes, we'll look into that. Let's get into some sports. Y'all know I'm going to go black while I read my notes, but let's get into it. Starting off with some Major League Baseball. The Mets, they beat the Cardinals yesterday 4-2. Shout out to the Mets. The Phillies, they lost to the Nationals 13-2, and the Yankees lost to the Mariners 2-1. Boo to the Yankees and boo to the Phillies. But bigger than all that, let's get into this March Madness. The brackets are set. The Final Four is set. We'll start on the men's side. Just want to give a big shout out to St. John's because they lost to Duke in the Elite Eight, but it's all good. They had a good season. Duke moved on, but the Final Four is set. Let's get to the Final Four. In the Elite Eight, you had UConn that beat Duke. Illinois beat Iowa. Arizona beat Purdue. And then Michigan beat Tennessee. So in the Final Four, you're going to have UConn versus Illinois on April 4th. That's my son's birthday, by the way. And then Arizona will be playing Michigan, number 1 versus number 1. That's on April 4th also. Then we get to the ladies' side, calling all. The Final Four is set. All number 1 teams made it, but I'll go through the Elite Eight to let you know who won and who lost. UCLA beat Duke 70-58. Texas, they're very strong. They beat Michigan 77-41. Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks, they beat TCU 78-52. And last but not least, the team that just cannot seem to lose, UConn Lady Huskies, they beat Notre Dame 70-52. And the Final Four is set. You got April 3rd, which is Friday. Texas will be playing UCLA. Again, they're both number 1 teams. And South Carolina will be playing UConn. And I'm telling you people, even if you do not watch college basketball, especially on the women's side, Friday, if you're not doing anything at 7 p.m., please check out the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks versus the UConn Lady Huskies, both number 1 teams, to see who's going to go to the championship. I guarantee you will be entertained. That's going to be a very good game.
Was it at least close? Since my Orange men didn't make it this year, last year, or the year before, was it at least close between St. John's? I got to hold on to something, and Queens gets the money.
Oh yeah, St. John's and Duke. Yeah, it was a very, very good game. It was close. It was close. it was lost at the end. The kid that hit the winning shot to get them into the Sweet 16, he tried to hit another 3-point at the end and he missed. But St. John's was in it the whole time. They were even leading at some point, so it was good. Rick Pitino got his contract renewed, so St. John's ain't going nowhere no time soon. They're gonna be good, man. Don't worry about St. John's. They'll be very good. They were disappointed. They wanted another shot to win a national title, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Moving on to some NBA action from last night. The Heat beat the Sixers 119 to 109. Hawks beat the Celtics 112 to 102. Suns beat the Grizzlies 131 to 105. The Spurs beat the Bulls 129 to 114. The Timberwolves, speaking of the Spurs, man, shout out to the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is on a tear. He had the fastest triple-double last night and like since 1997. He's the new future of the NBA, Victor Wembanyama. And bigger shout out to Stephon Castle is a second-year player for the San Antonio Spurs, one of the biggest stars in the NBA, and he has ties to Far Rockaway, Queens. So shout out to Steph Castle and shout out to Far Rock. Timberwolves beat the Mavericks, Cavs beat the Jazz, Pistons beat the Thunder, and the Lakers beat the Wizards. Tonight, the New York Knicks will be playing the Rockets, and the Nets will be playing the Hornets. Speaking of the New York Knicks, Jonesy, shout out to the Knicks and congrats to them because they clinched the Eastern Conference playoff spot. So no matter what happens with the rest of the season, they can be no worse than the 6th seed in the playoffs. So right now, they're currently the 3rd seed behind Boston and Detroit, who Detroit is number 1, Boston's number 2, Knicks is number 3. But no matter what happens, they're going to be no less than number 6, and they're guaranteed to be in the playoffs. So shout out to the Knicks.
Congratulations, Nick. I have a question, and I think we have audio. Yeah. Check this out.
The world
Jaden
can
Ivey.
proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
I'm not the Jay I used to be, but the OJ is dead. I'm alive in Christ. No matter what the basketball setting is, I'm born again, the Holy Spirit. I've been saved by Jesus Christ. No matter what, how many DMPs I don't get to play, or no matter how many points I score, those things are a temporary thing.
So this rises in me a very serious question about people's personal choices and how close we should allow our personal convictions to attach to our professional responsibilities, or are our personal responsibilities to elevate our personal convictions professionally and otherwise? Is it save the world perhaps, or save me?
It's tricky. It's real tricky. And as you know, Jaden Ivey was released by the Bulls for the statements that he made regarding how the NBA and calling out the NBA on how they promote the LGBTQ. If I got the letters right, pardon me if I didn't. I don't want no smoke. But yeah, he called out them, and he called out a bunch of things on it, and they waived him. And the reason they waived him, they said it was for conduct that was detrimental to the team. That's a big umbrella. Jonesy, you probably could speak more to that from the corporate side and the business world, because I don't know what was detrimental about it. But I agree with you, Jonesy. It's a slippery slope, whether you kind of basically, you take up for the world or you take up for yourself or save yourself. It's tough. And I know everybody screams freedom of speech, but unfortunately, we all do have freedom of speech, but we don't have freedom of consequence. And Sometimes when you join these professional teams, or sometimes even these companies, they have all these little bylaws in your contract that you can't say certain things, or they don't want you to speak out against certain things publicly. And I don't know what he's protected under or what he wasn't, but it's a slippery slope. Do you not care about what your contract says and speak up because you feel you want to do what's right, or do you not say anything and suppress how you really feel and save yourself? So I'm sure a lot of people are choosing the latter to save themselves and to protect their coin, but at what cost, right?
And this is why we are where we are. And this is why when people say why we can't do this, why we never stick together, this is why. Because we're always either, we feel like we're forced to get a bag and take care of our families instead of having that long game vision or that long game grit for the greater of all of us that look like us. And even those that don't look like us, but move like us. Like, I don't not like you because you're any color. I don't like you or won't fuck with you because of how you move. And if I keep running into the same situation with people that look like you and y'all move weird as fuck, then at some point I'm just going to say, that's your man's in them. That's how y'all roll. That's what y'all do. That's how I am. But I don't see, he wasn't violently offensive. He wasn't verbally disrespectful about the LGBTQ. It was more about the league and how they are trying to maybe condition, in his opinion. So when you sign up with the league, you sign away your rights to have your own opinion. I don't know. That might be in the paperwork.
I'm okay. So of course, I've never been in the league or in the NFL, any professional team, but I do know they do sign some type of conduct clause and things that they can and can't say. Even like speaking out against something as simple as speaking out against referees that made bad calls and the manner in which you do it, they're prohibited and limited to what they can say about certain things like that. So I'm pretty sure there is, I don't know about that particular subject, if he's, prohibited for saying anything, but I guess speaking out against certain things the league does, I'm sure.
His mother is the head coach for Notre Dame. I followed this kid. That might be his mindset, but he doesn't normally speak in that manner. He seemed off.
Yeah, he did seem a little off to me too. I mean, I don't want to put that on him, but he was ranting about a lot of things. He went on this whole thing about Steph Curry also, and how y'all all think Steph Curry is this Christian, but he curses and does all these things like everyone else. So he kind of went on a little rant about a few things during that whole live. So I'm not saying something is wrong with him or he just was speaking his mind or what.
I think they were too extreme. And of course they'll say, well, he was injured anyway. We weren't playing him. So it was just easier to get rid of him. That's what they'll say.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have gotten rid of him before he said that, or let that be the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it was messed up. But I mean, I don't know. It's a slippery slope, like you said, Jonesy, because what do you do?
Right.
Do I think he should have been waived? I don't think he should have been waived. There's a way, even if he was wrong, let's say he did violate whatever clause they had, I think that there's a way you can be reprimanded without losing your entire job. Like, right. I think, okay, you know what? We spoke to you, we warned you, you can't do that. Maybe a 1 game, if even something, a 1 game suspension, 2 game suspension. If you do it again, then I get it. But I don't think he should have been waived, but they probably didn't want him anyway. He was due $10 million too, so it's more to it than what we think. It's more than just, we waived him because he said something. Trust me, believe that there's money and everything involved, and to them saving that goes into it.
And that just tipped the scale. I agree.
Yeah.
Last question. Any truth to the fact that they are reworking the NIL and the transfer portal activity?
I'm not sure if they're reworking it, but there's a lot of talks around it. And I'm not sure about the NIL, but the transfer portal, yes. Because the transfer portal is a mess, man. The transfer portal, I feel bad. It's really basically, in a nutshell, it's ruining the scholarships for high school kids. And because of the transfer portal, there, to me, less kids from high school that are getting scholarships to play sports in college. Because, example, if I'm a college coach, I have a position to fill at linebacker. And let's just say Che is coming out of high school. He's a great linebacker coming out of high school. However, I got this kid that's in the portal now from Alabama who played for 2 years in college, who's in the portal that I can go get, who's 22, 20, 21, 22 years old.
27 in some cases.
He's already prepared for college. He has a college body already. He's already played college ball. I got a choice between him and high school Che, and I have a job to protect. I'm probably going to take the portal kid, and
So
that'll
these
be less
kids,
scholarships.
they're hopping from school to school to school to school. Like they might do one college freshman year, they're going to get they're going, some of them are going to get new NIL checks, right? And others are trying to wait it out until the league is ready to offer them an opportunity.
Right.
But no
I'm
one
mixed about that too. I have mixed emotions because, I mean, like most of us, I mean, we all come from, you know, humble beginnings, right? For lack of better words. We come from the hood. We come from, you know, we ain't have no bread like that. So I don't agree with kids. I, in a way, don't agree that you just jumping from school to school to get money. But who am I to not tell you to secure your future and your family when they're offering money? So let's just say, for example, I'm going to use your son for example, if you don't mind. Che gets a scholarship and he gets an NIL deal from a college, and he's getting, let's just say, $50,000 a year. And you're grateful because he's coming from high school and this kid's getting $50,000 a year to do what he already wanted to do, right? But now another school comes along and they're like, you know what? We kind of like this Che Patrick kid, and they holler at him like, yo, you come over here. Yo, we give you $250 a year. I can't be mad at Che for going over there chasing that kind of bag. And especially if it's something that's going to help secure his future. You know, I'm not mad at it, but it is messing up the game. So they do need some type of regulations. Or
I feel like there needs to be a limit on the amount of transfer portal activity. And I knew that nothing good would come from this because all this shit started with reclassing. And I have always been against reclassing. Reclassing, for those of you that are like, what is that? Is when you purposely have your child held back and have them repeat the grade, not because academically they needed to necessarily, but because they're not big enough or they're not as big as you want them to be for sports. So you're giving them time to grow and get bigger and be a viable prospect. That I never liked, because whose kids be skinny and frail? And whose kids normally be supersized? And if not supersized, be hella strong. So once again, a way of them cheating the system to give their kids a chance to steroid up, protein up, and glow up. And now here we are allowing them to be reclassed in college, kind of. You got a 27-year-old, I think it's at Pitt, a 27-year-old. And then your kid is 17, 18. That, like, one of these don't belong. You get out, get the fuck out of college. And if you ready, you ready. And if not, go get a job.
I used to see it that way too, Jonesy. I feel like it's mostly us on the East Coast. And I do agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. The problem is, if your kids, is that something they seriously want to pursue, it's really tough, because when you go down south, although it's definitely the reason I agree with you why they started doing it and creating it so that they can catch up. But the problem that they have is that we caught on and we started doing it. So now what do? They're really mad. Now we're doing it. So now you already got the big ass kid that's 6'3", 225 pounds in the 9th grade that's going to reclass, and now he's going to be 6'3", 235 pounds in the 10th grade or in the 9th grade again, busting their ass. And now we getting all NIL money, and that's why we getting all, you know, it kind of backfired on them and worked for us. And the reason I said I kind of see it a little differently now is only because if that's something your kid really wants to pursue, and I'm not saying it's 100% necessary. If your kid is ready, they're ready. But when they're going to college, we all from this side, we get caught up in looking at the kids in our own schools and our own conferences that we play in. And we forget that when we going for these scholarships, we competing with these kids from all over the country. And most of the country, the South, they're all coming into college at 21, 22 years old, starting as freshmen. And you're 17-year-olds competing with these same kids.
And the kids from the South, and thank you, Ron. Kids from the South already have an advantage because their weather usually is more, especially
they play year round.
They can play year round because they have the outdoor weather. Ours cannot. So you put a Jersey kid or a New York kid that's not playing year round against somebody that usually been hog mauled up, collard green down, all the big, bulky, and you've been reclassed. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of them go to those schools and we go to our version of those schools. But I'm done with the 27-year-olds trying to compete against a 17-year-old, and you hop in. You already came in as a freshman over there. Now my kid's coming in. Now you want to come over here, and he has to sit.
Yeah,
Then
it's
you
tough.
leave there, go someplace else, and maybe my son gets to play now, or maybe somebody else comes up. No.
So I'll say this last thing before I go, Jonesy. So I have my own solution, right? With the whole, and back to tying in the whole NIL and the transfer portal thing. Again, like I said, I'm not against kids going to get their bags. I know kids personally who are making life-changing money that more money in college than most of us probably will ever make or see in our lives. Personally, I know these kids, and I know somebody who's personally, a couple of them that transferred this season. So I'm not mad at them for getting their money, but I think the solution should be similar to if you had kids that played school in Jersey, and in the Catholic League particularly. If you transfer schools, you have to sit a certain amount of games in high school in Jersey. Is that correct, Jonesy?
Yeah.
I think that they should implement that. Let them go get their NIL money. So you want to go from Alabama to LSU and you chased it and you now getting $1 million at LSU, that's cool. But your ass is not playing for the first 5 or 6 games and you're not eligible for the college playoffs. So therefore, you got your bag, you're in the school, but now you won't hurt.
Yeah, but guess what? Now you're hurting the program. That's the only reason why we're giving you the NIL.
And yeah, because they're going to get money off you. So it's all about money. And at the end of the day, just for those out there that just don't hold the kids responsible for the NIL deals, because the colleges are the real ones that are making the real money, and they've been doing it since the beginning of the time.
Yeah,
we started getting it.
We fought for the NIL money, but I don't think that there was much thought behind how it can get out of control. And it's completely out of control. And quite frankly, kids are not supposed to be going to school for sports. Sports, like what about socialization and learning how to be a young adult with while there's lesser consequences? They are totally oblivious to that part of a child's development, a student's development as a person. Then you get these goofy men that never made it to the league, mad, want to be abusive, can't find their footing in the world because they never really paid attention in class. All they were doing was bawling.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why. So thanks,
Ron.
Ron.
That's over. You're welcome. That's over. I mean, you got kids in Florida. Like Florida, I'd say Florida in particular, when it comes to football, these babies are being raised knowing that they are chasing an NIL deal from the time this kid is born. They already know they're trying to train this kid up to make sure that this kid is going to make it to get an NIL deal, which is crazy. But all right, y'all,
Thanks, Ron.
That's your Ron P Sports Report, brought to you by Nationwide Bus Charter. Thank you, Jonesy. See y'all later, chat. I got to get out of here. I'm at this car dealer. I got to go.
All right, now. Yeah, no. I don't know. There's a lot of comments while I was trying to talk. Was my view a narrow lens? I think my view might be a narrow lens. My view always be narrow lensing. It always be narrow, but it's valid to me. You're right. Some of the parents are living vicariously through their children, which is sad. And I don't like that the gatekeepers bring through who they want to bring through. And then all of a sudden they want to straighten up and fly right with the others. So like I said, it was okay when their little scrawny little kids needed another year. Oh, Joey just needs another year and he'll be just as big as that Che. You watch. Because you're the frustrated dad that never made it in sports. And you know everything to do that you didn't do. You made a lifetime studying and preparing for this moment. So now you're going to use your influence and your dollars to get the town that you're in, to allow this and that. And then you finally get all the stars, 4 stars, 5 stars for your kid. And now it's your turn. So what you do, you reclass. And it's just like any other thing that they come on to, people like that. When something's going on, they rig the rules. They move the goalpost. It happened when bankruptcy was a thing. It used to be forbidden. Then once the shirts started doing it and leveraging it and rebuilding companies and changing the name overnight, and it's okay. So now Black folks started doing it. And all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of restrictions and no, you can't do this. And no, you can only do a restructure because your salary is too much. You can only do. What about the other part of the kid that makes them whole? What about the part of life that kid is supposed to be learning when the cost is not that high? Not the financial cost, the spiritual cost. It's not that high for them to bump their head and make mistakes. That's college. That's the playground. That's pre-life, pre-real life. But if all your kid is doing is year after year going to get another check, that school, leaving this school, he's not being taught how to make and sustain friendships. That's new student with new professors, right? Breaking into that. And just a lot of change. Like they're there to work and not to learn. Well, he was someone said in the chat, he was a top pick and they would have had to give him a lot of money if they re-signed him. But because he got injured, they don't even feel probably that they got their money's worth. So him chatting may or may not have been the reason. They would have found another reason. They didn't want to spend that more money, but they're using that as a reason. So in my opinion, the good thing is somebody needed to hear him say that because someone agrees with him. Someone feels like these agendas, the gay talk is being put, the rhetoric is being pushed on people. People feel that. And the leagues, they lay down because they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, so they lay down and they act like, and they probably don't even agree with the rhetoric that they're supporting and pushing, right? But simply because they don't want the smoke for pushing back, they'll point you out and say, oh, she's anti-vet. We both was anti-it. Yeah, but I need my job, so I got to shut up. You're out there talking, so I'm going to continue to talk. Go ahead, go, talk. So Jonesy, the reported study that they got to get good people's skin in that game to make it balanced. Do you think Chili was told to? Did she have a choice, Eddie? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Pay to play. Yep. Thank you, Rasheen. Wouldn't she have shown it in the 90s? Hold on. I just saw somebody running away from my door and a car pull up and they get ready to jump in it. So I had to run over there and see who it was. Stop playing with people. You said wouldn't have shown in the 90s. I don't know, because we didn't really have social media in the 90s. All we had was our group members, T-Boz, who came out and said, Chili always votes for Republican, or whatever it was that she said. So there's no agenda. It's just the truth being exposed. And now there's a lot of cameras everywhere and a lot of podcasts. Hey, Pixie. Hey, Ashley. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Welcome for those who joined us that I didn't acknowledge. I'm sorry. We do a roll call when we first start, and then I don't go back. Hey, Voya. Kids in pursuit of the ultimate goal have a different focus. If they're lucky to stay at one school, that's the goal, but you got to be ready to leave if it doesn't benefit you. Socialization is last. Well, I agree to a point, to a degree. All right, 200 people. Give it up for my chat. Reaching 200. I agree, but to a degree. Many of our kids, I don't even know what the percentage is, less than 5%, or maybe less than 1% will make it to the league. but they'll never be able to get those years back. And then you're thrown into a world that is real with adults and other young adults that have been making their way in other strides, right? So I don't want my kid to be left behind because they weren't pursuing other things within them. Also, the kids that do make it to the league, sometimes they get injured. I don't want my kid injured there but not there. You there but you're not there. And now you don't have the tools because you don't know how to socialize necessarily. You don't know how to not be an athlete. And you might know how to not be an athlete, but you may not know how to shine outside of being an athlete. Life is very real, and life in the public eye is very real all the time, and it's not always good. So I want my kids to have both opportunities. When Che got injured last season, he was wrestling in practice, and he went down for the kid's knees, and the kid's knee bone hit his head. He had a concussion. That concussion was like the third thing that happened, but that we didn't pay attention to because, again, you're trained as a football mom or as a sports mom that you're injured, you're hurt, or what's the other one? You're hurt, you're injured. It's three things. Basically, unless it's that last thing, you got to push through. So we were pushing through. It wasn't until that concussion happened that he was forced to stop playing sports, right? And then all of a sudden our time frees up because we're healing. We ain't out there at practice. We're not up early going to a meet. We're not doing a match. We're not doing those things. And now he's left to find out what he's about, what he's made up of, what he likes. And now he's got to be friends with the kids that aren't his teammates because his teammates, they still teaming. So now you got to make friends with the kids in the class that have been doing their STEM projects or doing parts in the play. You got to be able in life, in my opinion, you got to be able to adjust and not just be one thing. And after college, it's too late for you to find out who the fuck you are because now you want to have a baby. You want to meet your wife. You don't know who the fuck you are, and to no fault to your own, all you've been doing is balling and training and balling and training. You don't know who you are, and now here you are, 27, 28. Now your man's and them is all getting married. You try and get married, and then your shit falls apart. Why? Because you were not personally developed. That's all I'm saying. So as for me and mine, no. So stupid. Raymond. Look at Raymond's comment. But that's good. It's an early Mother's Day gift, right? You ain't got to be with her. Chili thought she was bigger than the group. What did Pebble say about her? Chili might have been bigger for the group. She might have become bigger than the group. Because we don't know what their conversations were after every show. T-Boz might have been over it. You know, she was sickly, so it might have been wearing her body down. And Left Eye always wanted to do things that there wasn't a role for in the group. She wanted to be a rapper. And Pebbles was not the role. Pebbles is an old school hoe. Rapping and all that was not what so maybe that's why. Going through all this with my son, I'm going to call. My son is a QB who got injured. I know exactly what you're speaking about. Yeah, we got to think about how our kids' future mental health is going to be if by chance that football NFL life don't pan out. And then it's too late because now you look crazy that you're trying to figure it out, right? Everybody else is about to get married and buy their first home. And so we got to find a way to keep the happy balance. So I tell you, when Che was home, he tapped in. He wound up doing more public speaking. He got more involved in Jack and Jill. He actually ran for a seat on the board and won. He ran from the floor. I tried to do the speech. He was like, no, I know what I want to say. And he did. So well balanced. And the way this world is, it's not just getting a job and staying a job for 1,000 years and nobody will fuck with you. You got to learn how to pivot and change and be all the things. Hey, Glow. These coaches are users. Sometimes when I did track in high school, I was promised a scholarship, but my mom found out coach used me because I'm black and I'm fast to win a lot of 4x4. Yup. There's a whole lot of that using to secure their jobs. Yep. And they don't care. They don't care if you get injured. It's, oh, he can come to PT with me. How about let's get to the bottom? Let's find some specialists. Yeah, but does that mean he's not going to be available for the match this weekend? This is why I say I'm qualified to. This is why I nominate myself, that I'm qualified to speak on things, and I see both sides, and I've experienced it, and with two different kids, I have two different personalities, and took two different routes. And I am the parent that doesn't really know the sport, so I have had to learn fast. So when I am brought into these schools, this is my pitch to all you educators out there that would like me to come and do a workshop for your schools. I will, and the parents too. I'll help you figure out what school is a fit, how to identify what schools are a fit in a short amount of time, when to start filing, what to look at when you're on these tours, the right questions to ask, what tours and open houses to avoid, because it's just make-believe that they do because they know y'all coming, as well as how to fill out these applications, how to ace these interviews with these coaches, because you think that just because they're walking with you talking and it sounds informal, that they are not interviewing you, and they are. I'm your girl. Bring me. I'll do your workshop in your school. I'm about to do a 3-series workshop in the Queens Public Library. Yep. The premise of that is going to be, it's going to start in May. The premise of that is going to be reinvention, tapping into tools that you didn't know you had, tapping into gifts that you didn't know you had. Thank you, Nandy. Yeah, I think I am, but I be quiet. I don't really. It wasn't until I saw, because I know I don't know what be going on in the football field, but I know what be going on in the backfield and what be going on with sometimes with teachers and grades and stuff like that, and how even some of them be resentful. It could be as simple as a half a point, but they don't want to see our boys win. Carmen! And Carmen, and thank you to your daughter, Ruby. Hey, Miss Ruby, hey. For nominating Che. So now, you got to be flexible. You got to be flexible. I was talking to him last night about majors, because he's been getting A's in chemistry, and now he's been getting A's in physics. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I tapped out after biology and was in the hall talking to boys during class. So I don't even know what's going on in there. I was learning real biology. But anyway, but my girlfriends was like, oh, wow, that's engineer stuff. He should. So I said to him, maybe we should. He was like, I don't want to be an engineer. That's too much. I said, I don't even think I think you're thinking electrical engineering. There's so many different levels of engineering. So now I got to go and do research today and present him in a way that's like presentable to him to make engineering be cool, be a viable option. Right? That would be a dope workshop. I need these teachers and these principals to come see about me. Let me come do a workshop. The kids gonna listen, because they used to listen to me on radio. They're gonna be like, that lady from the radio with the loud mouth that sing, that go calling on. She coming to my school. Yup. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna learn, and you're gonna be advanced. And I'm gonna bring you some Cardi B merch, and I might sign it on Cardi's face. How you tardy for the Cardi? my son's basketball coach, Giddy, is my son loved football more than anything, but has excelled in basketball because of Giddy. Now, while he's in a charter school and his way to a tech school. Right. And that's the other thing. My sister has said to me, I keep telling you about these Catholic schools. No, don't tell me about the Catholic schools, because the Catholic schools, it's sad that it's only the Catholic schools, sometimes the prep schools, but the Catholic schools have recruiters, real recruiters, and the hood schools have the real recruiters. So if you're not those, you could be a regular high school, but if you're not in the hood where the kids is balling out, like the whole team is getting championships and they scrappy, the coaches are not recruiting there. They know to come to the Catholics, some of the independents and the preps, and definitely the hoods, the hood schools. But my kids ain't built for hood schools. I know what I got. Yep, how to present your household so you get the most money out there. Shout out to ABC and the White Foundation. Bill Jackson, you just scratched the record. He says, what is the problem with Chile voting Republican? Sorry, I don't get the problem. The problem is that many people ain't fucking with the Republican Party right now. Gas prices are too high. We are at war. Congress didn't approve it. Doge is a joke. 600,000 Black women are jobless because of the Republican Party putting that clown ass nigga in office. We ain't fucking with them. Or you, if you voted Republican. That's what the problem is. Secondly, it wouldn't even be a motherfucking problem because ain't nobody even thinking about TLC but for them now being on this Salt and Pepper and Vogue tour. Nobody would have cared. Ain't nobody thinking about Chili? Ain't she married to a white boy? Nobody cares. We expect that. But the optics are still the optics. People need something to be mad about. People need somebody to blame, to put a face on a blame. Chili, you up next. Sorry. Yep, and how to advocate for the child and how to teach the child to advocate for themselves. Because that's also what I be teaching him. How to talk to these teachers. You don't always have to slam a door. Stand there, hold them accountable, and have a conversation. And I was so proud of him when he did. He told her, she said, but didn't I tell you the day before what to wear? He said, yeah, but you didn't even bother to ask me if there was something going on in my household that maybe I couldn't afford a second blazer or a second pair of khakis. You didn't even bother to ask. You could have yelled at me after or punished me after. You didn't. You just jumped up in my face and I don't know you. This is my second day of school here. I don't know anybody here. Nobody gave me a walkthrough, the rules, nothing. I'm only wearing what I'm wearing. This was Che advocating for himself. Because at Bergen, I knew to wear a blazer, probably a tie, and slacks. Sorry, I didn't know that you could only wear khakis, beige khakis at RBC. At Bergen, we could wear whatever as long as they were dress pants. So you teaching them how to talk to adults, not just shut up and dribble or shut up and huddle. So there's a lot more that goes to the development of fine, young, strong men that we're trying to raise, right? And pour into the community so they can be good husbands to your very deserving daughters, right? Than just hopping back and forth in a transfer portal. Afro Queen, this is what I need to know. I need to pick your head. But I don't know what kind of, like, what in physics made my friend say, oh, you should get him in engineering. What is that? I think of engineering as, oh, let me see how I'm going to fix this 60-inch TV in the back of Jonesy's 30-inch trunk. And only an engineer student goes, huh, I got it. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's what I'm thinking when I think of engineer. Now go. He didn't win the election overwhelmingly. Elon Musk rigged the machines. And we got to find the type of engineering that's going to make him interested. The problem is the post about Michelle. Plus, she voted for the demons. Okay. All right. So now we get into the bottom of the who asked the question of what's wrong with Chili. So they saying it's about her saying something about Michelle Obama. Was it the posting the monkey picture? How about this? It's too many things. It was too many things. It was quiet. Nobody cared. Nobody. She had her little white husband and nobody. I didn't even know. Didn't care. I don't care. But it's too sensitive. Everybody is heightened alert right now. And here you coming with the bullshit being offensive. And I don't care if it's older posts, bitch, you should have scrubbed your shit. The minute you agreed to sign on for that motherfucking tour, you should have had somebody scrub your shit. And if someone screenshotted it, which I don't even think people are screenshotting Chili from TLC's page before the tour was announced, because again, nobody cares about TLC like that, right? If somebody got wind, because I know y'all was talking about this tour probably for 6 months to a year, even when they started talking to you about the possibility of a motherfucking tour, that's when you should have got scrubbing on your socials, or somebody whoever the promoter is, they should have went and started scrubbing y'all's accounts so shit like this wouldn't come up and potentially cause people to boycott and shut it down. That's just lazy. I scrubbed for less. I scrubbed for old Usher interviews, thinking, oh, what if that station loves Usher, or he's planned to do a concert for that station, and here I am clowning him over cologne. Let me scrub. So the fact that she didn't even do due diligence, because at that point, yeah, somebody probably will still have found it, but then she could have lied like we did in the 90s and said, I got hacked. That wasn't me. Oh, that was my old assistant that did that bullshit, and I got rid of that bitch and got rid of all that stuff, right? But you just thinking I'm Chili, people will believe me because I have clear skin. No. And leave me. I'm not talking about this no more. I'm moving on. You said you need to teach us to scrub. I'm just saying. Right. This is what I'm saying. Lucy B, that comment right there. What do you mean? What's wrong with her voting for Trump? And the offensive Michelle O post at Bill Jackson. Right. Kira Simone. Yep. Even if you are just Republican and not MAGA, we see you all as one. And MAGA's hurting people. Right. The same way the basketball player is being held accountable for his views deemed offensive, TLC needs to be removed from that tour and replaced with the 90s girls. You see how everybody out for their own interests? So, shifting gears real quickly, I was on the phone with my girlfriend last night trying to work on this lineup for R&B Divas New York edition. We're moving forward with it. Did I tell you that? I'm executive producer along with Nikki Gilbert, and I have to start casting. And my mind is not working because they got to be New York, New Jersey, Philly, Delaware, Connecticut. It got to be in those surrounding areas, and Maryland, Baltimore. Some comments feel that it could be some sort of karma for how Dawn Robinson, Amanda, and now Rona was treated by En Vogue. Who is Amanda? There's chemical, civil, software, thermal engineering. If you like chemistry or physics, there are different routes. I took physics too late to change from chemistry. I loved it. I don't know. He just said it just comes easy for him. I don't even know what y'all do in class. Like, I don't even know what happens in a physics class. But I know he getting all A's in the chemistry, and it's effortless for him. So I don't know. And he's also into religious studies. We ain't got time for another class. Look, because we training all day. time for another nothing. We do training, school first, that drive to the school, training at the school, then training outside of school, and then recovery. There's not enough hours in the day. Let me applaud myself, because last night we knew it was going to be a late. He came and plopped on the sofa. I think it was 10 o'clock with a comb and was like, "Can you take out my hair? I think it's starting to drag." 2 hours later, and he hadn't even eaten dinner, and he hadn't even taken his shower. So while he took his shower, I went and made him some crafty noodles. I went on chat and got a recipe for garlic noodles. And it was simple. And I have fresh garlic. So it says slice it thin, put a good amount of olive oil in the pan. Only put it on low heat because you don't want the garlic to burn. You just want it to turn golden. Keep a 1/4 cup of the pasta water. And after the noodles are cooked, don't let them cook too al dente. Let them be al dente. Then put the garlic in that oil. Then turn it up a little and then add the noodles and that 1/4 cup of noodle water. Put some red pepper flakes. I wound up adding ground garlic and a little bit of salt and some Parmesan. Well, yeah, Parmesan cheese. It was so good. And he made a steak for himself. So ain't enough hours in the day for another class. Sorry. Each generation. I'll say Lil Mo. I think Lil Mo was part of R&B Divas before, if I'm not mistaken. Right? It was fast and it was light and he was filled. I got his hair. Now he has a big afro, like a big curly afro. I was like, keep that out. Let your hair rest. Monifa was in the last one. So if you were in the last one, you can't be on this one. Pepsi Riley. Yeah, Total would be good if Omar lets Keisha talk. I don't know if he want his wife being bothered with that. That's a lot. It's always a lot. But I admire the kids. The kids are the ones out there battling, going through, actually doing it. All we could do is support and try to get a little knowledge of how to make it easier. That's why I get so fed up when I'm like, and you doing all of this and still may not get to play when you're ready to play, because a 27-year-old is still lingering in the portal because no league wants him. And the portal didn't make it soundproof to where he's got to get out by a certain age. Degree be damned. Yeah, Olivia's on my mind. Sunshine's not from New York. Terella's on my mind too. If you keep talking like this, she may not come, Grayson. Hi, Reginald. Emil wasn't a singer. So anyway, me and my team are going to have a y'all should inbox those ladies and tell them to DM me if they're interested. And let's have some talks. Notification that a white wrestler named Cody Rhodes is on the Breakfast Club, Black Space, because of the Netflix deal.
Hi, sorry. So as you see, I had to leave the house because I got a phone call. People that don't know, I own an IT company. And a crew came in to push in fiber to the school.
Giddy gonna get me with that Giddy gonna get me with that tech talk, but not today. But Chrissy don't sing. Chrissy don't sing. Allure maybe. Giddy, I don't know nothing what he talk about. I'm just glad he's still here. Thank you, Raymond Houston. I'm a shorty. Thank you. Appreciate you. Tweet's not from New York. Trust me, all these names that y'all thinking of, I've already thought of. So here's another clip. I don't know if Giddy has it. You got the Godfrey clip?
I'm not on the computer right now. I'm on the
Oh.
phone. I'm trying to get
All right.
stable at the school with my computer back again. I'll be probably stable
Don't worry.
another 10 minutes.
I'm gonna just play it off my phone. I don't need you. You want to be abandoning people? I don't need you. All the men want to leave me. It's okay. No, they actually don't. But they want to stay for the wrong reason. And that's a whole nother topic. If you ain't doing nothing and you ain't pulling your weight, you got to go. We don't know them words, Giddy. Right. We don't know. We see you moving back and forth. We trust you. You doing smart people shit. Sybil, maybe. Malara's in Atlanta now and maybe too old. Tanya Blunt is with War and Treaty and not in New York. Maybe John A. We have to see what it's given. Amel Leroux, maybe. We got to see what people are doing. Smack the like button, please. It is free. Thank you, Raymond. Why Raymond got to tell y'all? So, Godfrey the comedian, we love him. He posted a video that I think is timely because the No Kings marches, boy, they had the numbers. Did y'all see? People showed up. People showed up and out, just not Black people or Puerto Ricans. And in that spirit, I'm going to attempt to show you on my phone.
I just want to give a shout out to the protesters for the No Kings protest. You all came out even more than last year. Shout out to you guys. A shout out to the world coming out protesting against this administration. And this one guy, this video is cool because this one guy's asking, "Hey, there's not a lot of diversity out here in
Cold Worth and
Seems like there's a lack of diversity here today. That it's mostly people who look like you and I.
She goes,
It
is not for Black people, for people of color to get out on the street.
Listen, this protest is not for Black people. They should not be out here. And you're thinking, oh, wait, what do you mean?
They're at risk when they do that. If anybody's going to get arrested here, it's going to be a Black person. It is not safe for them, and they don't need to participate. We need to walk in their name.
They should not be out here because they will target Black people. Black people will be the first ones they want to hurt physically. So
I love that. I need more of hers. We need more of them. Unfortunately, we probably won't get it in our lifetime, but it's good to know that there's still some that exist. I think a lot of the reason why white folks don't want to acknowledge is because they have guilt and they know that one acknowledgement can open up the floodgates and wind up at this. So what you gonna do, bitch? You got my reparation check? So they already thinking down the line, we acknowledge this, then we're gonna have to acknowledge that. My fucking ancestors. What the fuck? Right? So that's why they just rather shut it all down and say, no, it wasn't that bad, or I don't remember it happening that way, or let's just take it out the books and no one can recall it. But now you have social media, so it doesn't matter. People don't read books. I mean, you don't have to just read books for information is what I meant to say. Yay. Come on, Jonesy, clean it up. Speaking of which, if you're interested in joining our book club, Jonesy Tree 2, because the first one, the original one, was in Philadelphia, just email me your information at bookingjonesy.com. It's a scroll across the top or the bottom. It's somewhere. Nope. Oh, because he's on something different. Anyway, it's bookingjonesy@gmail.com. Why did it leave? Why did it go? Is Cece Peniston, New York? Love her too. I don't know. We'd have to look.
Bring me up. Okay, I'm going to do a class because I got to run back to the house because how you come to do a job and got the tools. So I'm going to train you on how to move that. So go to banners.
Wait, let me try and figure it out myself.
Okay. There you go. Give yourself an applause. No,
I don't know how. Look, I don't know how to get back to the other applause.
You see, you are hilarious.
Thanks, Kitty. We are so silly on this show. Georgiana, thank you for lunch. Robin S. That wasn't really R&B. That was more club. But thank you guys for the suggestions. They are noted. Trust me. Right, Rave C, right? Hey, right, Grayson, right? From Ohio. That's close enough. Shut up. Depending on what side of Pennsylvania it's on. Shoot. It looks better on top. Nikita, I don't know how to put it on top, Nikita. I might fuck around and shut down the live trying to chase a waterfall and flying too closely to the sun. Can we just like it down there? Little Mo was on the last one, I think. Was she? Women from East Coast or just New York? New York, Jersey, Connecticut, Philly, Baltimore, Maryland, Connecticut. And maybe Boston, Rhode Island, maybe that area, right? Jonesy, I asked in the past, can I get something autographed? Do you think if I bought a Jonesy in the Morning t-shirt? The only thing that my arm can autograph is a Cardi B t-shirt. I'm kidding. Y'all not buying this merch that I got from Cardi B. And then Giddy said, because we don't give a fuck. This is not the right crowd. So I'm going to bring my Cardi B merch to the hip hop R&B bingo. So bring one of y'all raggedy younger friends or your kids with you so they can buy the merch. Elaine is buying one of the t-shirts. She buying the large t-shirt. She was on before, right? She was on LA. Let me talk to Nikki about that. It was on top. You moved it to the bottom. I just clicked the button. I didn't move it nowhere. All right, let me go back in and see. Ah, okay, I see. Giddy back in the studio, and y'all trying to get me in trouble.
No. I need you guys to stop trying to get her to move that. It's a setting that she does not know where it is. She might shut down the live, clicking too many buttons.
No,
I won't.
Happen.
Huh?
No, I said it very well could happen. I'll press the wrong thing.
Yeah,
it's
a setting.
Time.
Yeah, I'll show you another time.
All right. Thanks, Giddy. Melissa Morgan is not the demo, and Allison Williams is in South Carolina. But she from Harlem, I know. Because we might need an OG pop-in, right? To get us bitches in order. Where's Stephanie Mills? You know, she's definitely the 80s. I think her, Karen White, and Pebbles and them need to go and find their own house and do their own show. But I'm saying, I'm here for it. But on other shows, people have worked other cities. Sometimes a familiar fakes makes a transition or reintroduction easier, even just for one season. No, we ain't got no budget for flying people and their fucking families in. No. Nope. If you ain't from here, don't come here. This is going to be the one show that's unequivocally all New York, Jersey, surrounding area blood. See, that's how hip hop died in New York. Al did it. Making exceptions to the rule. No, let us at least try to get New York. And then if we have to tap outside, then we'll tap accordingly. But nope. Nope, I'm bringing back real New York. All right, Raymond, you about to get put out. You about to get put out. I'm about to put you on timeout. Talking about you going to put somebody to sleep. Yeah, probably with no conversation. Or probably saying whack shit like that. That'll put me to sleep. Yep, tri-state area voices matter. You know Sharice ain't talking. Sharice don't want to come on live. So why Sharice? How's she going to do a whole show? All right, so moving on.
And my man be thinking that I be tripping when I be checking all the doors, all my surroundings.
I saw a video. Wait, is this it? Giddy. Oh, you still not at your thing. All right, watch this, y'all. This is RapeX, an anti-raping device for women. The woman inserts it like a tampon with an applicator, and any man that try to rape the woman impales himself on the barbs and must go to an emergency room to have the RapeX removed. Do we appreciate this invention? Right on time with old boy's comments, you putting somebody to sleep. You ain't putting shit to sleep. You a talker. That's how I know you ain't putting nobody to sleep, except for your conversation. Yup, impaling it. Exhale and impale. Yup. We are not safe. Some engineer. Oh, the engineer conversation. Okay. Thank you. I'd be scared of the malfunction inside of me too. I know. If it's that deep, I just need to we just need to all carry like multiple weapons. I'll fuck around and laugh so hard and that shit cut my shit up. How you cutting up? Speaking of, it's about that time. Let me get my cut up water up. Sunny Sky says, sweet 16 gifts for all my girls. How you impaling? Are you for it? Do you like that? Do you think that it's come to that? Yeah, I guess it could be an anti-cheating device too. Yep. Cut it, cut it, cut it. What's next? What else do we want to talk about? Has anybody seen the ICE agents at the airports? And how was that looking? They talking slick? This is good advice right here. Did y'all hear about when you visit in these foreign countries, they're telling you when they walk up to you and offer you a bracelet, it'd be like a little piece of yarn. That is a red flag. That's an alert. It's like a clarion call to people that want to rob you. So if that's how they identify a tourist. So don't be afraid to be rude and say, no, I'm good, thank you. Because that's a setup. I was in Publix and couldn't find cup water. I've been drinking my Moscato instead this morning. Oh, Moscato. I don't know. Do they have it in Publix? I don't like Publix. Did you hear about Beatbox? That drink by Shaq? They said you put Beatbox with cup water. BBC is what it's called. And it will take you where you need to go. Right. A stranger wanting to touch my wrist is heebie-jeebies alone. Exactly. Yep. So be careful while y'all planning these vacations. And please, don't plan anything for Labor Day weekend yet, because I want you guys to try and come to Punta Cana. I'm just waiting for the hotel lockdown. But please don't book September 3rd through the 7th yet. The 90s girls have been hired. I licensed out the concert to promoters in Punta Cana. That's bullshit, right? How you licensing out concerts? How you got champagne and make my I've come up with a little creative way of saluting my sponsors, but I can't remember what I came up with. But it's something along the lines of, these are the people in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. Hey, these are the people in your neighborhood, the people that sponsor Jonesy. And then we go to applause. And then we go, thank you to Make My Fish. 21013. Let me clip that. Thank you, Make My Fish in Harlem on 116th Street and in Yonkers. 21019. Make My Fish. Thank you for being the official restaurant sponsor of Jonesy in the Morning and Pink Champs, the podcast. Thank you. Thank you to Carla's Kids for being the community partner sponsorship of Jonesy in the Morning and Pink Champs, the podcast. Carla's Kids, where we pour into the next generation of Pink Champs. Thank you, Carla. And lastly, Lake Cool Champagne, First Lady Rosé. Can't go wrong with that. Good morning, and thank you for joining Nationwide Bus Charter and being part of the Jonesy Sponsor Squad here, making this all go. And you guys don't feel left out. Send a cash app for lunch or dinner. The information is right below. Before you can send this out. Old boy said he spent $100 filling up his trunk, his gas tank, when he used to only have to pay $60. So it's getting real. It's getting real. Sharissa. Yeah, Sharissa was on the list. Maybe advertisers need to pay for advertisements on the live. What do you mean? Because that's what they're doing now. And please make sure you stop. One of y'all got to stop by and make my fish. Like, if everybody stops by, at least when you don't even got to buy, just go in there and say, hey, Jonesy in the morning check-in. That lets them know that y'all are on their algorithm and they're on your thoughts, and that keeps this thing going. Because the minute it stops going, I'm going to be upstairs snowing. Could y'all do that? Stop by Yonkers location, got free parking. Harlem location is a little challenge, but I just need you to run in real quick, run out. So Change of Faces is New York, but Cassandra lives in Vegas now, and Sharice ain't doing it. Want me to ask her? She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. Good morning, you sleep? All right, well, I'm not gonna keep you. I was on my live and your name came up because I'm doing R&B Divas with Nikki, New York. And everybody said, what about Sharice? And I keep telling them, Sharice is not talking. Sharice ain't doing no R&B, nothing. But they wanted me to call you and ask you, would you consider being a part of the cast? She said no. She said, She's not part of that reality street life. She said mess. All right. Go back to sleep. I'll call you when I get off. All right, bye. She said, nope. She's not part of that reality mess. I told you. You know, I know. We tried. And I don't take it personally. I know my friend. What was I talking about before that? What was I about to talk about? Miss Faye is going to be back. Dr. Faye is going to be back tomorrow, and Yvette Michelle on Thursday. Diary from Jade, but she's not from New York. Stacey Lattisope is the 80s. You said, I still think Change of Faces. So you said, go to Cassandra. Yup. Jassy, look what you did. You talked Yvette Michelle up. That was her people asking for the link for Thursday. And you said it. Shamari DeVoe. She's a singer from what group? Is she from New York? Is she from New York? She was from a group. Black. She was from Black, but is Black from New York? Desiree's too old. I don't think Desiree Coleman, but I'll ask the team. What else, y'all? What else is going on that we need to be talking about? 973 862 8866. But if you call now, it might just ring out because my producer is out of the office. I see him right now on the camera. He's in the field. Cece from Arizona, Jackie McGee. Okay, we'll see. Notori Norton ain't busy. Y'all are. How you know she's not writing an award-winning screenplay? How do you know she's not working on baby number 2? How do you know she's not waiting on the return of Ghost? Y'all know Ghost ain't dead, right? Thank you, Jossie. Y'all know Ghost ain't dead, right? Ghost ain't dead. How we know Notori Norton ain't waiting for his return? Is Notori... I don't know, but she's on Power, so it feel like she's from New York. No, he's not. Ghost ain't dead. Let me ask you that: United States, Argentina, Israel all denied the horrors of slavery. We don't need them. We don't need them to tell us what we know. They come to us for our shit. We don't need them to tell us about our shit. They deny themselves. Yeah, but we all had that one guy that we thought, and then he get that little red bone. Did you talk about the child abuse case facing another one of those Duger kids? No, but you know what I do have?
Okay.
This is horrible.
If he wasn't out there right now, I would hug you so tight. I might even want to kiss you.
This is the assistant.
If he wasn't out there right now, I would hug you so tight. I might even want to kiss you.
The assistant principal to an 8th grader.
If he wasn't out there right now, I would hug you so tight. I might even want to kiss you. I can't believe I was that close to you. So things were happening inside of me. It got me excited. Damn, you dangerous. I can't believe I was that close to you. So things were happening inside of me. It got me excited.
He pled guilty. At least he ain't waste the town's time. That's out in Nevada to an 8th grader. Telling her some things are happening. I think it was a her. Can't be too sure nowadays. Said some things was happening inside of him. Yup. Disgust. Did y'all see this? The kid kept kicking his chair. Did y'all see that? The boy had his feet on. First of all, where is the stewardess to tell him, oh, shit, Nia? Where's the stewardess to tell him, ma'am, you have to put your feet down. You can't have your feet all on the plane's furniture. Had his feet all the way up on the man headrest, just kept on. And the man did like that, and the boy knee knocked his teeth out. Yup. I love to see it. Stop. No mother freaking home training. And get your feet off of people's chairs that you ain't paid for. Right, Sunny Skies. That's what I said. No home training. So did y'all see Nia Long on the Breakfast Club?
So Nia Long, this story broke yesterday. She is asking a judge to help her stop a stalker. So Nia Long says that there's a woman that keeps showing up to her house in LA, and this woman is under the false impression that they are in a romantic relationship. So she went to court and she filed a restraining order against this woman. The woman's name is Carrie McDonald. And in the filing, Nia Long is saying that she is a stalker. She says she doesn't know the woman, but she says that this woman has been harassing her for over 2 years. She sent her unwanted flowers, cards, gifts. She's even showed up at her home, Nia Long says, on 2 different occasions. Nia Long claimed just last week, the woman showed up at her door, rang her doorbell. So Nia Long called the cops and the woman was arrested, or someone from her team called the cops and the woman was arrested. But she's saying that this is the same woman that keeps doing this. She did it back in 2024, in the middle of the night. She showed up at her door demanding that Nia Long open the door, and cops came and just gave the woman a strong warning at the time and then arrested her the second time that she showed up. So she's asking for a protective order for herself, her 2 kids, and her mom. But so far, a judge has denied the restraining order, but it's pending a hearing in April.
You denied a hearing after she comes to my house twice, one in the middle of the night, sends me unwanted flowers, talking about we're in a relationship and we're not, and you deny it?
But
That's crazy.
How are people getting these celebrities?
That's what I don't understand. And the judge is denying. How do you deny? Like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with them? That's what be wanting me to get the judge. Let me not get started on Judge Jones at Monmouth County. That lazy, dumbass bitch. In my opinion, watching her be like this. Like I'm boring her. After she done damn near threatened everybody to go to mediation and work it out. Because if you have to come back to me, you probably not going to like what I say. So translation is, if we make you actually do the job that we're paying you to do, you're going to punish us. Okay. I did see that video. I don't know why the judge said no, just simply because probably a hating ass judge, jealous of Nia. Judges have been allowed to be very loosey-goosey lately and judge based on emotion. Carmen, you think so? That's weird. But Nia needs to join Girls with Gats and get that bitch what it's hitting for. Yup, Sunny Skies. Me and you look. Ding, ding, ding. And I got your email about Girls with Gats. Now that the weather's breaking, we're going to be right back outside. Hi, LaShawn. So, riddle me this. I know girls get excited about prom season, and rightly so. This hair is bothering me. Or you can see all the broken. But I don't know that the guys get excited, the boys get excited, but they do want to look sharp, right? And at least have the matching color thing. What is a cost-efficient place to get a suit? Like, this is not even senior prom, right? So shouldn't we just be going like to Men's Warehouse and renting something? Or is that old school? Don't all answer at once. Because what I'm not doing is $1,500 suits. I'm doing a $1,500 suit for me. And then you can't never wear it again? Little mama. But she's not, but she R&B. K&G. Where is that? Let me write that down here. Where's K&G at? Because, right, and then if she takes matters, then her career is over. She can't, she got to pay for representation. Why? Easter sales, Macy's. Men's Warehouse. That's what we're going to do. Because after the prom, they change anyway. Yes, Kitty, yes.
So there's a place in Middletown I need to hook you up with. That's kind of better than those spots because I've been to those spots that I always find some good things at and at some deals.
Okay.
You gotta drive to Middletown.
I don't mind.
Okay. That's all I wanted to say.
You know what? Yeah, because Sharice is up in that area.
Yeah, that's what you told me before.
Yeah. All right. I'm closer now that I'm up here.
Yeah.
I think I'm closer to Middletown than I am to Jersey Shore.
You probably are.
Middletown's like 40, 45 minutes. And Jersey Shore is an hour and 15, 20.
Yeah, because I'm 20 minutes from Middletown.
Yeah.
Okay, you can bring me down. Sorry, I'm still working
Kitty.
there.
They got him today, y'all. Hey, Mama Flip. Southern Jersey. Damn it. I'm not breaking the bank for my daughter's prom dresses. She needs to. We're getting cute and inexpensive. She's going to look good. Right. The girls have it easy. You can get some shit from Shein. As long as that hair is laid and that face is beat. Chachi and me. All right. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because now, for graduation, I might give him a custom suit. Because all them muscles, it needs customizing. Yeah, that whole new outfit, every talk show appearance. That's why I got a rack of shit that I'm about to read. I bet I already got my outfit for the Lynx brunch. How dope is that? The Bergen County Lynx reached out to me and asked me to be their mistress of ceremonies at their big hat brunch. I think I have a hat. I've been ordering hats and fascinators. How you gonna try a hat on now for that top knot? I don't know. Let's see what came. I went hat crazy. Yup. Can we give it up for the links? And I can. Hold on, I got the button. I could do it myself. For the links in Bergen, only thing is my damn hair is so thin now. This shit probably won't even. Come on, hat. Come on, links luncheon. Who Lincoln? Right. Cute. Right? I could see that. Let me see what's going on with this though. Oh yeah, I can't do this metal clip. Although I might need to, I can't do that shit now. Not the way my hair is thinning and breaking and breaking and thinning and carrying. Yep, I need this. How many of y'all need this too? Oh, come on, Thoroughly Modern Millie. You about to get another day. I like it on the other side better. And I like my shit linked to the side. Like, come on, bitch. How you MCing like this? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bergen County Leaks Mother's Day brunch. And then Giddy's going to hit the applause. It is an honor to be amongst the movers, the shakers, the women that build our communities and give back and pour into the lives of others. So give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all bitches look good. No, you can't say that, dummy. You can't say that. But the start off was good, right? Right. LaShawn, you like the side? Right. Come on, y'all. Right? Fascination. Concentration. Are you ready? Fascination. Let's go. Names of. No, starting with names of. Y'all stole with the I love y'all level of investment in R&B Divas New York. I fuck with y'all hard. I do. But now we're on to the Links brunch. Thank you. Right. Do you have gun training and licensing events for beginners? Yup. Because I'm still a beginner. I only went one time. But after that, I knew I was in love. So I went and started a crew. And then I moved up here. I ain't been to the range in a while. Mama Flip. I said, and if you know the Thoroughly Modern Millie reference, yes, I am Thoroughly Modern Millie today. Wait, what is this? What did he do? What happened? Tiger's active again? Thank you, Jay Bella. Thank you, Chachi. What is Tiger doing? I was talking about the restaurant. Shit, Ulysses. I feel like I Love Lucy right now. If I take these off and put on these, I am totally... Look, take these off. Put these on. It's giving I Love Lucy. It's giving very demure. It's giving definitely Mistress of Ceremonies. Right? Tiger crashed and got hit with DUI. Again? Another one? Wasn't it bad last time? I need the gel of life. I'm going to have to put lock gel until my shit grow back. Oh, my goodness. Is he on what's going on in his life? Is something going on with his life? Or was he not punished enough? And did anybody get hurt? Not him. I don't care about him. Did anybody else get hurt? He always putting people in harm's way. Is there a law that somebody can lose their license forever. Flip the car again. Can you get your license revoked for that? Or because you Tiger Woods? And what does his insurance look like? And now they're going to clown his son. Uh-oh, TLC's a wrap. But I'm tired of seeing SWV. No shade. You know, they're my favorite girl group ever. First of all, if they're replacing TLC, it's not because of that. It's because they're not getting enough old bitches to show up for In Vogue and Salt and Pepper and TLC. Nobody cares about TLC. Nobody was thinking about Salt and Pepper. And like, we could take or leave In Vogue. SWV will move a ticket. And now you're going to get a little younger. I don't know what it is, what you done to me. You mean to tell me that y'all done promoted these girls, went in her social media, wore her out, called her a MAGA, and now she can't even get to work on the show? Natalie, you got your outfit, but not your hat or fascinators. So I'm wearing this, and I think, let me show you what I think I'm going to wear. Because, child, I've worn it before. SWV will move the tickets. So that's maybe not such a bad idea. But they just did the Queens of R&B last year. I don't know if people going to pay. I don't know. Are people going to pay? This was me last year. Right? And this is what I'm going to wear this year with it. Yep. Why not? But then I kind of do like that bust down ponytail. I wonder if I could do the hat and the pony. I wonder how that would look. Hold on, let me see. I'll be right back. Because now I'm in the zone of it. Let me see. Because it might be too much. The pony and the hat. Right? But it's a little hat. It's little. Come on, somebody. In the highway. Let me take this earring off. Wait, this one. I don't know. It's giving. It's a bugle boy, company B. Do 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 do. I don't know. It's giving bugle boy, company B. What do y'all think? Let me take the glasses off. It's the little bitty bugle boy, company B. Do do do.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, I thought he wanted in. Yeah, I think this is too much. Unless we do this. And that's dramatic. We're not doing that. You're trying to be classy for once in your life. You're acting classy. Do you have anything longer on the legs? Do I need something longer on the legs for this? You know I live for my legs. I don't know, Chachi. Thank you, Rafe. Yup. Kim Haynes knows. Yup, because where there's smoke, there's fire. We ain't hear this rumor 2 weeks ago. Yup. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nandy. The other Nandy. You got the first Nandy mad. Thank you, Emily B. Natalie. We don't? Are you Natalie Lubin on IG? We should be following each other. Don't cover my legs, right? Oh, he's on real drugs. Hold on. Do we like the pony with or without? I don't want to be the bugle boy. I don't want to be the bugle boy company B. Hold on. I think this is the promo. I'm going to leave the door open for you. And if I'm going to wear this hat and I'm going to need to read things, I'm going to have to wear these. Yeah, these are cuter. Come on, cute. And either a nice diamond stud or a pearl, a drop pearl. How you pearl it? I don't know. I don't have drop pearls. The hair was nice. It adds dimension. Let's see. Do it up like that or do it low like that? Which one? Up or down? Woodbridge and Irvington. Okay. Men's Warehouse isn't bad. It costs $200. All right, that's better than $1,500. Mariah ain't. Let me tell you the list. The list is. I got the definite list of those that ain't gonna do it. That's the list I can give you right now. Unless we give her some tiger drugs, then maybe we can get Mariah. Thank you, Mimi. Right, Afro Queen, these are the frames. These are the I mean business. I'm here to mistress stuff out of this ceremony. Right? Hey, these frames are so dirty. I can't believe, like, I really legit need glasses every day. Like, all day, every day, I need glasses. I can't believe that. So all the kids right now watching me on spring break are playing hooky. When your parents tell you to wear your glasses as a child, do so, or you're going to wind up like the bug-eyed bitch. I am. Oh, cat man, he's scared. I'm going to close that door so the cat don't run out. Good morning, Lynn. My cat got up out of there. He jumped and ran downstairs to the basement and probably would have closed the door and smoked a Newport. He's so scared. Dawn posted on her YouTube last night and she's talking in Vogue. Oh, shoot. I told you that's the show. That's the show. Damn MAGA chili. Dawn is the show and Rumi is the show. And I know. Huh? How did I get the first Nandy mad? I don't even know her. There's billions of people chanting you. No. She's not mad. She's play mad. She don't even know you. Calm down. Calm down. Everybody just calm down. A good pearl earring would go good with it, right? You said up. Lower, medium, no necklace because you already got a lot going on up there. Pearls if your hair is up or bun. The up was cute. I could just attach it to the hat and so all of it could come off at once. Stupid. Oh, imagine that happening. What do we think? It's still giving Bugle Boy Company B. I find it interesting music wants support from Black folks, but vote against us. I'm sure MAGA will go to TLC concert to support. I agree. Tiger is probably on real drug. Yup. And he don't want to drive it because of what? Then he need to get a Waymo. He needs to get a Waymo. TMZ is very trustworthy when it comes to their report. Yeah. TMZ, I feel kind of like how are they always there before the shit starts? How are they always there? They were there for Kobe. They just be randomly following the people that are going to be the headliners. When nobody following Tiger. Joan, this is it? This is a look? Or maybe my Bob. Maybe it looks good on Bob's furniture. I don't know. We got some time. Yep, Georgiana. He took off. He jumped off the perch over here and down in the basement. He went. Yeah, no, Nandy, it's all love in here. All right, let me check it. Ow. Ow, Natalie. Ow. Come on, Natalie. Yes. Styling and profiling. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even think, I think just a bun. Just like a continuation of this. Like if anything, let it be, you know what I mean? Like that, right? Off the neck because the collar already is colored, right? I can't even wear contacts Ronnie had. I feel like this shit came overnight. Like it's sped up bad. The badness I was seeing, and then suddenly I couldn't see without these. I put these on to read and suddenly couldn't read without them. Yeah, and Dawn knows how to play it. She knows who she is. She knows what she's giving. She knows what to bring, and she knows people are there for her. That's just, some people just have that personality. That person in the group that maybe rubs everybody the wrong way, maybe, but you got to ask the other three bitches, what's wrong? Why are y'all that way? Like, why everything she said, like, why is she the one? Why is it always she? Oh, I could put this down now, child. My arm, fat arms, too heavy. Okay. It is 11:01. That means it is time to be God, child. Met up with Erykah Badu at an airport, and she calmly asked them, how did they know her flight info? Because I bet you people at the airline be offering up the information. People that have your flight manifest, if you're flying privately, know that you got plans. That's how TMZ was probably able to find out about Kobe. Right, Lucy B? The bunt, yup. I think I should do gold accessories if you're doing white and black. And I think the buttons on that outfit was gold too. Hi, Sherelle. Yup, they got their spies. Yup. The French rolls from the 90s, of course. And the Jamaicans did them best. Remember Trixie's in Brooklyn? Get a tint on the eyeglasses. Try different tints. I think, will these transition? Will tint bother me being able to see? I don't need nothing obstructing. Obstructing. I just need to go ahead and have the cataract surgery. I was supposed to have that last year. And then I'd be seeing clearly now. Two Girls Mom, thank you for being here for the show. Oh, Lucy B, that sucks. See, my shit been challenged since a child. I never had to wear them 24 hours.